Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this. This is my thoughts on Sony's E3, which was filled with more crap that I don't care about, but I thought I would tell you anyway. So this time I actually have a press release in front of me, so I don't have to start skimming different websites to find out what they announced and what they showed off. So, get straight into it. They started with... What did they start with? Oh, they started with David Cage's new game, which is the genius behind Indigo Theory, or Indigo Prophecy, sorry, or what else is it called? It's got another name, Fahrenheit, and Heavy Rain, and it was Beyond Two Souls. Sorry, Beyond Two Souls, which looks awesome. So essentially that game is set in the life of somebody for 15 years, and that person is mocapped, modeled, and has the voice of Ellen Page, which is pretty cool. So I thought that was pretty awesome. They didn't really show that much gameplay. It was more of a cutscene. But essentially, she interacts with the spirit kind of thing. I don't know. I don't know what to call it, but you got to check it out. I was kind of upset about that part because I definitely like realism. But if Dave, I have faith in David Cage. His games are absolutely awesome. So hopefully they'll be amazing. Then when they went into PlayStation All Stars, I don't care about this at all. It's a Mario Smash Brothers Brawl ripoff. Like there is no ripoff ever. It looks pretty alright. Like, there's some cool characters, but I don't like the fighting games. And the people who are playing these games are just terrible. I mean, if you watch this press conference, watch the guy who's playing as the blue character. Can't remember who it is. It's not Kratos, it's the other guy. Anyway, he sucks. Look at how many times he jumps in the air and kicks and misses people. It's annoying. But yeah, I didn't really like that. But it's pretty cool that you could play on the same system with two people on a controller and two people on a PS Vita, all hooked up to the one machine to play 4-player multiplayer, which is pretty cool. And that's another thing. They didn't really announce a lot of Vita stuff. Like, I called that they were going to spend, like, fucking the whole thing talking about the Vita, but they really didn't. They kind of just announced games for the PlayStation 3 that could be tied in with the Vita, with cross-platform, which doesn't work. Or a PlayStation Vita version of the game, and the PlayStation Vita versions are Assassin's Creed Liberation and Black Ops Declassified. I think that's what it's called. Anyway, I don't really care about them. I don't have a Vita, but the Assassin's Creed game looks really good for Vita, which is Assassin's Creed Liberation. And you actually play as a female assassin in that, so it's pretty cool. Then they talked about PlayStation Plus. I've never understood PlayStation Plus. You pay money to get stuff for free, but you get a lot more games if you live in North America now, apparently. So, bravo, don't care about that. Then they talked about PlayStation Mobile, which they're putting a lot of money into indie developers and putting a lot of money into other phone companies to try and get their games on their platforms. So, it's currently they've got HTC on. But look, if you don't have Apple, you don't have no one. So hopefully Sony can get a deal with Apple to put their games on that market, because there are a lot of people who have iPhones, and it would be pretty cool because I would probably play a few. And then they talked about... Then Ubisoft came in and announced that they're officially in bed with PlayStation. They've got special editions coming out on PlayStation. Special edition PlayStation 3 is coming with like Far Cry label on it, Assassin's Creed label on it. I don't know why. I would have preferred them to get in bed with Microsoft, because that'll be the console that I'll be playing Assassin's Creed 3 and Far Cry 3 on, so that's unfortunate. But Assassin's Creed 3 looks amazing. They showed this different level where you're in a boat, commanding a boat, and it just looks like an amazing game. You got to watch that. Far Cry 3, they showed off 4-player co-op, and 4-player co-op is supposed to be its own game mode, and you can play... they said you can play... There's a story mode with co-op as well, so you can play through that if you want, which is pretty cool. I don't really care. I probably won't play it at all. Then they talked about God of War. Never really played God of War. Played it off and on. I've never really owned it. But watching it kind of made me want to go and get the HD collection and number 3, so that'll probably be the next PlayStation game. It's good to have a reason to play my PlayStation 3, because I don't do it nearly as often as I should. But yeah, so God of War looked pretty good. Then they talked about Wonder Book of Spells. They talked about the Move. I don't understand. No one will take my advice at Sony PlayStation. The Move is dead. Move on. And not to make a pun, move on. The Move is dead. So essentially, you control a book with your Move controller, and it's something about Harry Potter. And it went on far too long. They out casualed and out connected Microsoft. They did. It was so boring. It was criminally boring, and it went on for 20 fucking minutes. about a book, and it's just crap. And the demo didn't work really well. There were a lot of problems with it, and it just looked bad, and it was annoying, and it was a pain in the ass. And then they went to The Last of Us, which looks amazing. The level they shown just looked a little bit too scripted, and if you watch it, you'll understand what I mean. There's just parts in there that just look scripted, and maybe if they're in the game, I'll be very impressed, but if they're not, I won't be surprised. Because there were too many variables for what happened to happen, so I think a lot of that level was pre-scripted, where it seems like you're given a choice, but in the end, you can really only do it one way, so you get these awesome moments that I'm sure you've seen. So yeah, Sony had an alright E3. There was really no surprises. And that's about it. So if I had to grade them, I'd give them exactly the same as Microsoft. No one wowed me. No one impressed me. The people who impressed me were the third-party developers, such as Ubisoft and whoever's doing Namco Bandai or Capcom, who are doing Tomb Raider, which is my game of show. So unless Nintendo can show me something tonight, we'll see. So that's mine. So tell me what your thoughts are on the Sony E3, and that's about it. So rate, comment, and subscribe. I'm out. Au revoir.